Welcome to the Art Project. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed, please do. And hit that little bell so that you get notifications of future videos when they come out. I didn't have a whole lot going on here other than one simple little rule, and that was to have lines next to one another that didn't really touch one another. Now, I obviously started touching lines almost immediately, but I continued to put lines close together without really trying to overlap them a whole lot. Try to kind of keep them separate, a little bit like a fingerprint. So I guess in a way you could say that my challenge was to create a fingerprint drawing. I don't know. But then I also, when I started, really had no intention of drawing anything in particular. I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to draw when I laid down the first line. And then, because of a bunch of skull drawings that I had been doing, I thought, well, I'm going to draw a picture of a skull. And I'm just going to see how it turns out. And I'm going to lay a couple of lines close together inside the eye socket to see, kind of how dark I can make it and what it'll look like. It didn't take me long before I then switched gears all over again and started actually doing a face. And at first I wasn't really paying much attention to my own face. It was just any face. I added the eyes and the pupils and everything, and it started becoming a face. But didn't take long after that before I realized, okay, this is not going to look very good if I don't have a reference. And I happen to have a mirror on my desk, in front of my desk, and decided to start looking at myself for guidance as far as drawing some of this. I'm not exactly sure when I started doing that, maybe around the eyebrow here or a little bit after I started drawing the eyebrow. But continued to kind of look in the mirror to get examples of what this particular feature or that feature would look like as I was drawing. And then I started looking closer at my own face, and so it actually ends up being a self-portrait. Sorry, giving away the movie here. Spoiler alert. It actually becomes sort of a self-portrait in the end. I'm also looking a little bit, well, I'm 46. I'm starting to look a little bit old now. But I was going to do lines that went continuously all over the face. Wasn't going to have any real bare areas. But I sort of ran out of time, and I also didn't want to end up looking too wrinkly. So I started out doing that above the eyebrows, but then kind of got away from that as I did the rest of the picture, although I still put down quite a few lines. One point of this video is just the way lines look as they're being drawn across the paper. And I really wish that I had a way of doing the long form of this video so that you could see the pen as it makes the line across the paper without being sped up, because I think that's kind of where the real beauty is. But the reason I don't is because it takes so long to upload a video. If it's any longer than 5 minutes, it sort of doubles the time, it seems. So I try and keep the videos around 5 minutes or so. I've done a few longer than that, but this is just meant to be kind of a quick video, and so I didn't want to have to do all of that. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Give it a try if you want to. Just set up a rule for yourself, that you're not going to touch any lines, or it's going to be one continuous line, or whatever you want to do there. It's totally up to you. And don't be afraid or upset if you accidentally break your rule. Just kind of persevere, keep on going, see what it turns out like, and then maybe your next drawing you can try the same rule again and try not to break it the second time around, or maybe it'll turn out better because you broke the rule, or I don't know. But it's art, so you don't really have to worry too much about it being perfect. And you also don't really have to worry too much about the total outcome. You know, people don't really know what your rule was, and so you can break it or not break it, and no one will really know. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. That's pretty much it. It was fun drawing. Now it's your turn. Go and make some art.
Give Daddy a thumb up and please subscribe and leave a comment down below.